welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And here I am actually working on the bracelet that I thought was going to destroy me. And I can say I'm actually pleasantly surprised. It was not as difficult as I remember. I think my biggest problem was back when I tried to work with this one before, I had so many loops at the top and I was trying to work segments coming down as opposed to just small amounts going around. That way I didn't have to keep reclipping it. And I think as a result, that's what got me so confused because that's the only explanation I can come up with for the fact that this turned out fine. I didn't have any troubles. I didn't have the errors. I didn't have any of the stuff that I had actually anticipated. So it actually turned out pretty good. The one thing I can say though is you can't really segment and you move it around in the clip an awful lot. So it starts out like a double wide, relatively easy at this point, and then we're gonna roll it around to get to the other side. And because the pattern is a little bit dodgy, it was kind of hard to kind of get a lot of it kind of joined really well. But I went kind of as far as I could. You can see here, just kind of trying to get it to be nice and secure and hold together well. And then flipping it around. You get basically, it's like you turn it so that way the wrong side is up, but then you bring those two ends together and then and join it. So, and then it becomes a cylinder. And at this point, it's like I said, you move it in the clip an awful lot. That's the whole trick of this thing. And it goes 4 3 4 3 4 3 like continuously, and then like you'll have like the little diamonds that sort of can fit into the center, so it's either one or the other as far as the diamonds go. But like I said, you can see from the video, like I have to turn it an awful lot. And one of the key reasons that you're going to want to do that is your knots will stay consistent if you're working with what's on top. But if you try to kind of come around from the side, your knots will kind of get kind of wonky and you'll throw the whole thing off. And you don't want that. So yeah, this is kind of the thing. Yeah, I really thought this was going to be like so darn difficult that I was going to be dreading every minute of it and whatever. And then pleasantly surprised. Like really not so bad. It took a long time. This is seriously sped up. Like this is about, I think, as fast as I can speed it up. It was like, it was more than 3 hours of continual work. So for a 24 string bracelet, I think that's adding on at least an hour to it. And that's just from rearranging the clip, honestly. You know, because if it was a flat bracelet, right, 24 strings coming down, a couple hours, I'd be done. So more than 3 hours. And that's like working for 20 minutes, take a break, get a little something to drink, do whatever, come back, work at it. So it's 3 hours of just the work, like 3 hours of recorded video of me doing it. That's why it sped up, because I can't imagine most of you wanting to sit through 3 hours. And for the people who do, we have the YouTube membership where you can come and watch behind the scenes and watch me actually doing the recording and chat with me and all that kind of stuff. So if you're into that, you want to see how that goes, come become a member. It's like $5 a month. Well, it's $5 Sing, so it's like $4 in the US. I don't know what it is in other countries, but yeah. But yeah, and it helps the channel, so that would be awesome. Anyway, yeah, so it is a zigzag pattern. And so it's constantly kind of going back and forth with those zigzags. And like I said, you can't segment it. You can only kind of work with an area at a time. And when you kind of bring the diamond down, you can choose either side that you want to go to first, but you have to pick a side, work it, come around, do the other side. Um, and that just continues on through the whole thing. Like it's it's a little bit on the tedious side in that aspect. However, it's one of those patterns that can go on indefinitely. If you want to make it longer, you can. Um, Obviously, making it a tube makes it kind of chunky, so it'd be kind of thick on the wrist. Like you can compare that to, I don't know if you can, yeah, compare it. It is a chunkier kind of thing. Again, I really think like this size would really work out really cool if like you did a bookmark start to it, like really flat, and then you do it, and then maybe you just have a little tassel off the end. You could have this over top of a pencil, and then you can kind of be able to because the whole pattern looks great when you kind of roll it around. But if you're wearing this, you're either going to have an arrowhead or you're going to have zigzags. It's it's going to be really hard for people to tell all of the work that you put into it. Um, it's just part of the way it is, I guess. I mean, it could look cool as a keychain or something hanging off of a bag, I guess, as well. So that's a possibility because then you'd get to actually see the more of the work. Um, I'm sure though that there are people out there who will absolutely love this as a bracelet and pick a side that they like the most and kind of go with it. So it's really up to you guys. For me, I just really like the fact that there's just so much going on and that the whole thing is stretched out as far as it is, right? So that's a really long kind of thing, which I have to admit, while I was working on this, I kind of got my thoughts on, what if so there's going to be another tube. I've already had Mandy put together the Kumi. I just got to work on the pattern, and I can go and work on the bracelet. So there'll be another one still. I'm curious as to see how that goes. So anyway, want to, because this is going to happen really abruptly here at the ending. So I do want to thank my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members who make my videos possible. Purchasing floss and microphones and all that kind of stuff, it adds up. And I owe it all to these guys who actually, contribute to making this thing happen. So thank you very much, guys. I really, from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate it. So, so yeah, this is kind of, maybe halfway through it? No, I don't know. Kind of here. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I really like this. I'd be curious to see what you guys come up with if you guys give this a try. I think this would look very cool with a fade. And I know I've talked about this before. The difference between a rainbow and a fade is the rainbow is a continuous thing. A regular fade, like say if you do a fade in blue or a fade in red, um, you start out with the lightest, you get to the darkest, and then it goes right into the lightest again. So the lightest color and the darkest color are up against each other, which makes this big contrast thing. A rainbow is like a fade that's on a continuous loop. So after you get to, you go through the cold colors, then you go to the warm colors and back to the cold colors, and it just is this really nice continuation thing. So yeah, I'd be curious if anybody wants to try this out in a fade. If you did this, you could potentially do the fade where you went from light to dark back to light, and then as it does that loop, it wouldn't have that harsh thing. So that'd be fun. You could try that out. Not sure if you would I think you could do that with even number, right? If you do that with 6. Yeah. Something to try, I guess. I'd be curious if you guys do this, just go ahead and tag me Instagram or wherever. Let me know. I'd love to see what you come up with. Oh, true story. I did this voiceover once already, and I I feel like because this was the Nemesis bracelet, something had to go wrong. Um, when I did it, I was trying to adjust some settings and get the camera right, and ended up making it so there was no audio. So, I mean, if it had been audio only, I could have used that. I could have just gone ahead and you would have seen the thing getting made and you would have heard me talking about it and it would all have been smooth. I would have lived with that. But it was just me and no sound, which was completely useless. So yeah. Yeah, this is it has proven to be a little bit of a thorn in my side. It's just not in the way that I had anticipated. So, and so hopefully, Minute Craft, who actually asked for the patterns of this and to try this as a tube, hopefully she likes this because she was the one who requested this in the first place. And there you go. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you're having fun. Maybe you give it a try. Maybe you are the one who tries it in different colors. That would, we should all go join her over on Instagram and then send her messages like, yeah, 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 do the elongated tube, but and then give her color suggestions. Maybe she does it in like 5 different, takes on it or something. Because she likes the pattern. I don't know why. She really likes the pattern. I I think it's nice. I think there's room for some changes and make it a little bit more interesting. Which also, yeah, I think in the next week or two, we're gonna try a completely different. Well, not sure I can say it's completely different. We're gonna try a variation on this that should be interesting. Um, same but different. How's that? Try to build a little suspense with you guys. I don't know. Um, could be fun. Could be fun. I'm kind of I've got the strings cut. Mandy's going to make up the kumis for it, and that'll be something I will be working on here shortly. So, yeah. How much more? There's a. I think there's like 6 minutes left. Man, holy smokes. What else can I tell you? Yeah, this is just a. I don't want to say it's advanced. This is just a really good intermediate kind of bracelet. Um, I think anybody that knows the 4 knots, right? The left, the right, left, and the left, right. If you can do those well, you can probably do this. Um, it will take a little bit of getting used to knowing when to rotate it, getting used to that, having all your strings coming down. Oh, you can notice too, a lot of times, so you see how the strings are kind of off into 2 groups? I kind of discovered that the middle of both sides, there's like 2 whatevers. And if I kept them separate, so how I did that is I have these clips that are off the side of my board, which is actually right in front of me. So I have these clips and I can lay the strings out over the sides. Now, if I'm working with this one, right? So this is my board I carry around. I can do it like that, like just put the clip off to the side. However, the board, when I'm just carrying it around, like if I have that sitting off of my lap, I typically don't need the extra clips because I can let the strings kind of go off of my lap in either directions. But when I'm sitting at the easel and I get the board in front of me, all the strings are kind of hanging straight down. They go like towards the floor or whatever. So the extra clips just kind of make it so that way the strings stay, to one side or the other, which made this go a lot faster because it's so small. I can't put like something inside. Well, I could put like a chopstick into it, right? To kind of keep the sides separate. But just doing this just made it, work out just fine. So just a little tip that might make this thing easier for you guys to make. So like I said, like I try to, as I'm making things, I try to find ways that help, and then I try to share it with you. That's the whole point of these making it videos is what did I learn? What can I share? And that was one of the things. Beyond that, it's just this tedious going back and forth. I mean, there was a bit of excitement with the notion of watching it go through the colors. Like, cool, we're done with the greens now. We're getting into that kind of stuff. There's a bit of that, but for the most part, it's just repetitive. And so if you want something that just lets you relax and mindlessly tie your knots, this is it. This is great for that. It uses the strings pretty evenly. So I didn't have any trouble with like running out of string or anything like that. That was awesome. I did have Mandy make the loop for it, so it's a really nice looking kumi, which obviously isn't necessary if you want to just do the macrame kind of start to it. You can do that. Any of those kind of things would work out just fine. And then, so when I ended it, when I came down and I brought in the cold colors, so like the purples came to the end, it just made it so that way. Well, no, that was the other one, right? So this one, yeah, so this one does have the full rainbow on both sides. Yeah, I think that was the other one of the other tubes. Yeah, it was this one where I got them to separate out. So yeah, no, this still ends up full rainbow both sides, but it ended really nicely with the purple kind of coming around the blue, which I thought was really, really nice. I think it was fun. And we are almost to the end of this thing. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It really, I think that's awesome, and it helps the channel a bunch. Yeah, I don't know how the behind the scenes stuff goes for YouTube, but it seems like when you guys watch the whole video, it sends them a signal that I'm doing something right. So thank you very much for that. Oh yeah, this is the very end. So here comes the big reveal, guys, where I show off the whole thing, and it's on the bigger screen so you can see it better. So there you go. Again, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for all your support. It's been great. And I have no idea when it actually ends. I just know that we're like really close to it. So I'm like kind of, and yeah, here's the blue thing. All right, guys. Thanks again. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.